Hi, this is Kathy at Ink and Paper with Kat. Today's project is a merry little tea bag holder. Simple little bag, but it will hold 3 of the Tazo tea bags. What a nice little gift for anybody. Let's get started. The first thing you need is a piece of cardstock that is 8 by 6.5. Today I'm using Pacific Point Stampin' Up! Cardstock. It's a nice heavy cardstock. We're going to score on the long side at 1/2, 1 1/4, 4 1/4, and 5. Turn it to the short side and we're going to score at 3/4 and 4 1/2. Okay, that's it for the scoring, and now we're going to remove some sections and do some snipping. When you're done, it should look like this. This is a sample. And as you can see, we need to remove this section up here. So we're going to cut right along that score line. And leave that piece right there. I'll take our little snips and we're going to remove this small rectangle. We're going to cut up this score line, take a small wedge out of both sides, make your box close easier. Snip up this where we have a little square, and again, take some small wedges, make your box close easier. And that's all the cutting. So now what we need to do is we need to do our punching to get this nice finished edge. Using a new punch from Stampin' Up! And it has 3 different punches, 2 corner punches and a little slot. We're going to use one of the corner punches and the slot. For this particular card, I am going to use this more ornate corner punch. You can see what that looks like. We're going to punch both of those corners. And then I want a slot, and I want it right in the middle. This is 3 inches wide. This Post-it note has been marked 1.5 inches. So I know all I have to do is line it up with the edge, stick it down, line that up with, I don't know if you can see this, but there's a groove right there. So we can line this up with that groove and know that our punch is going to be right in the center where we want it. Now the other thing with this particular bag is that I've put a little bit of a sentiment on the inside. So we're going to turn it over to the inside. And I am using this stamping set, A Festival of Trees from Stampin' Up! And on the outside we're going to have a Merry Little Wish. And I want on the inside to have For Lots of Joy at Christmas. So we're going to stamp that. And I'm going to stamp that in Night of Navy just because I like a darker ink for the sentiment, but I didn't really want black. So here's my stamp. I'm going to line it up right there. Great. Okay. Now let's fold and burnish. My son and daughter-in-law both enjoy tea, and I wanted to have some small packages for them as well as for my grandchildren. So I thought, well, how nice. We'll just make little tea packages for them, and they'll enjoy that for Christmas. In the wintertime, who doesn't like a nice, warm cup of tea? Alright, now we've got everything burnished. We need to put some sticky strip on the seam to close this up. You want to get that right up to the edge. And then I'm going to take a little wedge so this closes nicely. this is the back of our box. So this panel, this other large panel, is the front of our box, and we want to put some sticky strip there as well. Okay, peel this off, turn it over, lay it down. Fold in your little tabs, fold up that back flap, move your adhesive. Okay, so what you're going to do is you are going to just gently pinch that in and fold it over. So if we put our tea bags in, 3 go in just perfectly, just the way I want it. All right, let's put our DSP on. You need 2 pieces of DSP, 2 3/4 by 3 1/2. This is Nordic Noel by Stampin' Up. I'm going to use some fast views on the back. You could try snail. I like to make sure that these aren't going anywhere, especially since I have to put these in the mail. Line this up. Okay. I'm going to use some of this striped ribbon. And I am going to stick it down through the slot around the back of the box so that I can have a bow right on the top. Trim the ribbon. And for my sentiment on the outside, I'm using a Merry Little Wish, also from that same stamp, punched with the oval punch, and I'm going to mount it on a piece of glimmer paper with punched with the scallop punch. And I'm going to pop that up with some dimensionals. Make sure you press those down really good because it is glitter paper and it takes a little bit to get it to stick. Line that up. I want a little flower on the top, so this is the Petite Punches flower. I'm just going to mush that down. I want to add a little bit of sparkle, so we're going to put a rhinestone, this size I think, right in the middle. And we'll put that on with a glue dot. There on the side. I also want to mount this with dimensionals because I'm going to actually lay it over that ribbon. So we're going to lay it right over the ribbon. So the ribbon's actually running behind it. And there you have it. A little tea caddy holding 3 bags of Tazo tea. Makes a nice little holiday box. Hope you enjoyed the project. Hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye.